This is Srikanth. I'm an iOS developer. Today I want to discuss with you on one of the new feature called dark mode. From iOS 10.14 onwards, from iOS 13.0 onwards, Apple introduced a new feature called dark mode. Here we will discuss how to implement the dark mode in our applications. So first of all, we will learn how to change the mode of the application. For the demo purpose, I am using my simulator to replicate the iOS device, and the macOS I'm using my desktop. To change the mode, so in the macOS, in the system preferences, in general, in the appearance section, you have a list of different modes. So if you click on the light mode, the entire application on OS theme will change to light mode. If you click on dark mode, yeah, it will take to dark mode. If you click on auto, depends on the sunrise and sunset, it will change the theme. So right now I am in the dark mode. So I click on the dark mode. Now our application is in the dark mode. Similar to that, in the iOS, in settings, in actual device, here you can find the option called appearance, where you can find the option to change it to light mode and dark mode. For the developers, as I am using a simulator, we have an option called developers. In the developers mode, we have an option to dark mode appearance. When you turn it on, your entire OS will turn it to the dark mode. If you turn it off, it will back to the light mode. This is how you need to test it on the simulator. Whereas in the device, in the settings itself, where you can find the option called display, where if you click on that one, you can find the light mode, dark mode options. So this is how we need to switch from the dark mode to light mode. So let's talk about the technically, like how to implement the dark mode feature in our applications. Let me create a new project, and I want to discuss, I want to give inputs from the scratch. So let me create a new project. So for this, you need Xcode 11.0 is a minimum one. Okay, from Xcode 11 onwards, the dark mode, if you create a new project in Xcode 11, by default your application adopts the dark mode. Okay, so if the older versions, it won't adapt. If you build any project, it may be you created in the Xcode 11.0 or earlier version of Xcode. If you build the application, if you prepare a application file or IPA file from the Xcode 11.0 onwards, so by default your application will adapt the dark mode. So let me create a new project. Right now, for demo purpose, I'm creating a single view app. So let me call it as dark mode sample. So now my app, I'm done with the skill empty project with the dark mode sample. For demo purpose, just I want to give, let me run the application. Let's see whether application is running or not. Perfect, there's no issues, and application is working absolutely fine. Now, so as we know, like a dark mode is one of the user experience module where it needs to change, but in your applications, there is no need to change any kind of business logic. Usually in your applications, when you present something to the user, you usually we use as three components. One is the custom views, where user need to render something as a customized way, or the second one is images. We might use different images to display or pictorially represent something to the user, and third one is colors. If you adopt these three, if you adopt the dark mode feature to these three elements, yeah, your job is done. Your application is ready to adopt the dark mode feature, and your application will support the dark mode. In that, first we will take the custom view. So how to adapt the, if you have in your application, if you have a custom views, how to adapt the dark mode. is nothing but here Apple given a couple of methods. So these are all the methods with respect to the NS view. NS view is for the macOS, UA view controller, UA presentation controller is for the iOS. So when you change the mode from the dark mode to light mode, these are all the methods will trigger. Okay, this is a place where you can identify whether the mode got changed and which mode you are, and depends on the mode appearance. So you need to render customized UA. For demo purpose, what I will do is let me create a label to understand which mode we are in. So let me create a simple label. Let me drop it on the view, and let me add the constraints. Done. And let me create a outlet for this view label. You already the view controller have a label instance as we discussed, and I'm overriding the view controller. So these are all the methods where I will get a notification when the mode got changed. So right now I'm overriding the trended collection did changed. This is the one of the method which will trigger when you change the mode. So let me update the text on the uh, label so that we will come to know when whether it is applied or not. So self.view dot here we have a trait collection. In that you have a property called appearance. Sorry, user interface style. If the user interface style is dark, so update my label text. You are in dark mode, else label dot text. You are in light mode. That's it. It's pretty simple, right? So let me run the application. Let me change the mode here. You are in light mode. Change the mode. You are in dark mode. It's pretty simple, right? Yes. So this is the way we need to customize your view or view controller when you have a custom elements. So when you use the images, so you need to use image assets. You need to create an image set. So in the image set, we have in iOS in Xcode 11 onwards, we have another property called appearance. So in this appearance, by default, it's selected as a none. When you select any light dark, so if you observe that you need to provide three sets of images: any appearance, light appearance, and dark appearance. So if your application supports below iOS 13, So usually applications will take any appearance images. So if application supports, if the OS is more than iOS 13, so depends on the user more, the image is picking from this one. Here I want to give a one small tip. So usually when you use a 1x 2x images, we usually upload a PNG images. Here I usually uses the PDF image. Yes, you heard it right. So with the help of the scale images, you need to select the single scale. If you select a single scale images, it will give you a one check box for the single image. If you update a PDF image which is in the 1x image, depends on the OS and depends on the device model, it will take appropriate 2x and 3x images. It will generate the image, it will render it as expected, so without any pixel device. So let's try it now. So I have two images. One is I uploaded in the dark mode, and another one is updated in the light mode. Oh, I think as I'm in the dark mode, so it's very difficult to identify the images actually. Let me turn it to the light mode. Yeah, here you go. So what I did is I set a different image for the light mode as well as the dark mode. So this is the light mode image. It says 3/4 filled circle, and dark mode image is heart symbol. Let me name it as a image. Yeah, it should be. So let's create an image view in the view controller. Set the image, add the constraints, maybe top 50 and horizontally center. Add the constraints as 40 by 40, right? So the image part is done. That's simple. So here you given already selected the light mode of the image and dark mode of the image, so that when you run the application, yeah, let's run it again. So depends on the mode, it will pick the appropriate image and it will render it. Yes, this is the dark mode image. If you observe, we given a dark mode image as a heart symbol. In the light mode, 3/4 filled circle. Here you go. Oh wow, done. So this is how we need to adapt all the image assets to support dark mode and light mode. Next, third one is for the colors. So for the colors also, it is pretty much simple as images. You need to create a color set and select the appearance, any light, dark, and select the appropriate color to the whatever color you want to render in the light mode and dark mode. For now, I am rendering some green color in the light mode and red color in the dark mode. Simple. And here I want to give another tip. So in the images, we have a property called render as. By default, it's selected as a default. If you click on that one, you can find the original and template image. What is meant by original image and template image? If you select the original image, so the image which you uploaded here, which you added here, it will render as it is with respect to the colors and everything. If you select the template image, what it will do is it will apply the tint color on the non-zero opacity pixels. I'm repeating once again. It will apply the tint color on the image, which are all the pixels which are all having non-zero opacity or alpha value. So for the demo purpose, I'm selecting this one image as a template image, and I will add the image view tint color as a color. See, as I am selecting in the template image, immediately it is applied the tint color of the image. For a quick check, let's turn it to the original image and see it in the storyboard. See, it is coming as a original color which we updated. So adapting colors is also done. Hey, the colors, so we already given the light color and dark color. So let's run it again. See, in the light color, oh, I think something broken here. Oh, okay, we forgot to change it to the image assets as a template image. Yep, let's run it again. Yeah, here you go. So if you observe, we given the light color as a green color, and in the dark mode, the image got changed as well as it is in the red color. So this is how we need to adapt the dark mode to in our applications for the views or view controllers when you customize those ones, and for all the images as well as the color sets. So this is how we need to we need to support the dark mode. If your application is not ready to support the dark mode, if you want to run it in the Xcode 11 onwards, in that case, Apple introduced to opt out the dark mode for your application. You can opt out the dark mode. Just you need to do is in user in the info.p list, you need to add a one element user interface style. If you select the user interface style, and if you queue as a light, that's it. So if you queue the user interface style as a light, with respect to of the OS appearance mode, it will render always your application will go and work on the light mode. Let's try it once. See, it is in the light mode. I'm changing the mode to light. Nothing will happen. And again, I'm changing the appearance to dark. Nothing will happen. So this is how we need to opt out the feature called dark mode if your application is not ready to accept the dark mode feature yet. So I hope you understand the video. I hope you understand how to adapt the dark mode feature in your applications. If you have any questions, please comment out and reach out to me in the subscription model. Thank you.